In Earth News tonight, a big controversy over boats that take a toll on South Florida's manatee population. Many boaters are mad about new speed limits in Biscayne Bay. Environmental reporter Nick Bogert is at the Metro Commission right now where all this is being fought out. Nick?
Steve, a decision just a couple of minutes ago, and in fact those boating interests are still mad, and those who would protect the manatee, the environmental forces, are quite happy with what happened here. The two sides had been waiting for hours here at the County Commission to express their views, the manatees versus the Manatee, and the big question, is Biscayne Bay big enough for both of them? Boats and manatees meet each other a lot in South Florida waters, and it's one reason why manatees are an endangered species.
95% of the manatees that we have studied do have some sort of scars or some sort of, they've had collisions with boats.
The county studies manatee movements all the time and used its info to draw up a new protection plan. There are a few no-wake zones to protect manatees now. They're the little white patches on this map. But the new county plan would add slow zones throughout Biscayne Bay, top speed just 8 miles an hour, and a no boating at all zone near Virginia Key. Boaters are all revved up in opposition to that plan.
There would be no recreational boating as we know it today in North Biscayne Bay.
They're telling me I can't go fast in the bay, and speed is in my blood.
Boaters argued the county plan would pretty much wipe out water skiing and would make bay travel times impossibly slow. But environmental groups argued that with only 1,500 manatees left in all Florida, they need all the help they can get.
There are some of us who do not boat, who instead look as the bay as a marine park, and we enjoy the wildlife that lives there and knowing that they are protected.
Some boaters pitched a compromise. Looser regulations in summer when most boaters are out, and tighter rules in the winter when sea cows need the most help.
The fact of the matter is the manatees are winter residents like the tourists are.
But just a few moments ago, the County Commission rejected that idea of some sort of seasonal compromise, went ahead with the very tough manatee protection plan. A lot of the boaters are not pleased. They will have one more forum. The governor and cabinet have to consider all this, either in July or September. But so far, Steve and Ed, the cabinet has been very tough on these manatee protection rules in other counties, so maybe not much hope for the boaters there. Back to you.
Yeah, Nick, bad news for the boaters, obviously. Are you still with me, Nick?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Another option they were looking at apparently had to do with setting up a private sanctuary for the manatees. Was that given any serious consideration here?
No, the manatees really are all over the Biscayne Bay, and there's really no way you can segregate them other than, I suppose, fencing off, but that really would not be allowable under Endangered Species Protection Acts.
Also, earlier this week, we heard some boaters talk about the fact that people from Fort Lauderdale like to bring their boats down south because you can go fast down there. I guess that's all over.
Yeah, the wide open bay. Well, it will be if the cabinet approves these rules, and Broward County is going to have some new manatee rules that the cabinet will take up later on this year.
Exactly. All right, thank you very much, Nick. Still to come tonight, a gift for Marjorie Stoneman Douglas. She is being presented